I think the schedule plays well for the Buckeyes in terms of progress, development, improvement. So there was the big letdown against Oklahoma. And so you had the Army game, you had the UNLV game, then playing the worst team in the Big Ten, but still, regardless of the scores, a better team than the two previous teams, a team that there was at least some attention given to game planning. Now Maryland's a step up from Rutgers, and I think Ohio State's being able to fix itself where it needs to against a schedule that's gradually improving, and that's probably at least a formula for developing where you need to and shoring up the bad spots for some of the better teams.
Oklahoma ended up being the T-Rex that found the spot in the fence right away. And it gave them, leave it to me to have a dinosaur metaphor. Ohio State ended up being able to start to mend that fence, even though it completely wrecked the paddock, right? So obviously it didn't wreck their chances of a playoff if they go on and win out. But it was definitely the major boom to say, hey, this is where our weaknesses are. This is what we have to fix right away. And if you're going to suffer an early loss to a major conference opponent, a ranked opponent, that's the kind that you want. And that's the kind that you want. You're right. Like, the schedule going forward gives them time to shore up what they need to shore up. It's been exposed what the problems are, and they can move on as long as they're building confidence and moving forward. And I think they have been.
From a scheduling standpoint, I'm not going to liken the teams necessarily, although the talent is comparable. It plays out like 2014, the loss against Virginia Tech, and then they immediately played Cincinnati. They played Rutgers and Maryland. I remember them playing a game against Maryland, and some people in the national media saying, we think Ohio State's really good. And then other people saying, but they haven't played anybody. You're grading them off of what they've done in scoring 50 and 55 points against the likes of Maryland. And Maryland wasn't as good then as even they are now. But there being a thought that, wow, we can't wait to see them play somebody because we think they got it together, but we're not quite sure.
And I think as fans, we're still kind of in that same place. So people who are realistically watching this team know that 56-0 doesn't really mean much on Rutgers, but it would be much worse if it was even 21-7. A win is a win regardless, but I think watching, if you're paying close attention, which I know you are, and I know I am, and I know anyone who watching this is, you're seeing marked improvements in the areas that they need to. Does it mean it's fixed? Nope. Does it mean that they don't have room for improvement? Nope. But it does mean that they have things to build on and hope. We have hope, Mark.
Good stuff. It's Ohio State and Maryland. They play in Columbus on Saturday. The Terps come in at 3-1 after a pretty impressive win in Minneapolis against the Golden Gophers. Claire Crawford, you can join her on her podcast with Joe Dexter. Oh, hail no. Just check it out on theozone.net. All right, Claire. Appreciate the time. And I'm going to go watch some baseball, actually. So
yeah, it's about
have
that
a great
time.
night.
Who are you rooting for?
Yes, it is. I'm an Indians fan.
Indians fan, of course.
Yes, I am.
All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Go Tribe, and we will see you later.